Previously on the vlog.
My main aims are obviously to just do my best. I do want to run a PB indoors, I do want to run a PB outdoors. I believe that I'm supposed to give thanks in all circumstances, and then also to learn to abase and abound. Like, that's athletics. Sometimes you're at the top, sometimes you're not.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I thought I would do something a little bit different today. So I'm gonna sit down to do my end of season review. Now I'm gonna use the page at the back of my training diary, which you can see here. I've already started to fill it in a little bit. There's also one in the new one. Da, 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 da. I've got it in a plastic wallet because that's how it lasts the whole season. As you can see, by the end of the season, it gets a little bit battered, but mine has actually stayed together and lasted because I used a Polly Pocket. But yeah, this is the one I'm going to write in now. Excuse the dirt. The track is dirty, you know. But there's also one in this diary as well. So this one is, it's a little bit different inside. Anyway, guys, if you want to check it out, check it out. There's a few new features, but it also has it as well, but in yellow. I kind of like this setting. So basically the sun's going down, but I'm using the tripod that I recommended to you guys in my O equals observation video. So if you haven't checked out that video, check that video out. But that's a tripod I'm using right now to record this vlog. Where's my pen? I thought that it would be a good experience. And do you like my sprinter jumper? So, end of season review. So if you don't have a training diary, you can also download a free copy of 7 questions to ask yourself at the end of the season. The link is in the description box below. You can get that PDF and print it out or write on the PDF. That's what I'm going to go through now. Well, I'm actually going to go through the one in the training diary, which is a shorter version of the 7 questions. So the 3 questions, my top 5 performances, highlights and positives, and then learning experiences from the season. I don't know, I thought maybe it would be helpful, maybe you'll learn something. My season has been, we shall see. My top 5 performances this season. So I ran 11.9 hand timed, 11.91 windy, 11.91 legal, 11.99, and then 12.16. Really annoying because the rest of my times are all like headwinds. So I would normally try to say, not including the windy, but I'm going to include the windy because some of my headwind runs would have equaled 11.9 as well. So basically my average time was 11.97. I worked that out before you guys came on here. That's how I know what it is. So 11.97 is what I ran on average this year. How do I feel? I won't say that yet. Let me just talk about what were the highlights. So number 1, I'm going to say the fact that I got to run. Yeah, because I haven't competed since 2020. 2020 was lockdown year. I did 3 races. I ran 11.85 windy, but I didn't get to train properly and all of that. So, and I did for my own reasons. I didn't run 2021 and 2022. If you want to know why, check out this vlog. So the fact that I got to run is a highlight for me. The second thing I'm going to say is that I ran sub 12. Now, the fact that I'm running 11.97, not where I want to be, but at least I can run sub 12 still, having done this sport for 2 decades. And there's a lot of things that I can do differently for sure. And I didn't really get to push on, which I think I would have definitely been able to push on this season. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But the fact that I ran sub 12 is another positive. I also was Middlesex bronze medalist. So that was a positive. Of course, I got to run indoors as well. That's another positive. I ran 7.55 indoors. Did I do 2 races? I can't remember what I did indoors now. I have to really look. But guys, I'm making this video without having, my phone is what I record on, so I can't look at the data and I haven't looked at it before. I'm just trying to record the video before the sun goes down. I'm gonna focus on the 100 because I can't remember all my 200 times. I can't remember all my 60-meter times, but I might touch on them, but I might not get the full picture. But this is what I'm gonna go through by myself after anyway. I got to run in Antigua. I got to run in Antigua for the first time. I would have loved to be in better shape than I was in this year, but I got to run in Antigua. How many people can say they run in Antigua? You know, I ran at Antigua Nationals. I only got to do 1 round, but again, I got to run. So I was an 11.97 pace this year. That's like half a second off my PB, well, 4/10 off my PB. So I'm like 4 meters down, but that's what we're going to talk about next. So it's getting too dark now. And even though the lights are on, my camera's not very good quality in the dark. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to write as a positive, I ran 200 for the first time in 11 years. For the first time in 11 years. Another positive, I'm going to say, sorry. I'm proud of myself for how I competed, because even though I trained by myself and I just threw myself into competitions and I actually competed, I think I'm most proud of how I handled myself at like Newham, where everyone's running like similar times, and even like south of England I ran well as well. I just came fourth. I just came fourth. The other girls are faster than me, basically, right now. So I think I competed well at Middlesex and I competed well at south of England and Newham. basically everything until I got injured. Learning experiences from this season. Oh, there's many, guys, there's many. I'm gonna say that my speed endurance is so bad and it needs a lot of work. So like, I clearly went into the season thinking that my speed endurance was okay. I knew it wasn't good, but basically the work I did, it was not good enough. So I think as well, not necessarily from the season itself, but from doing Fit with Tea videos, there's a lot of things that I feel like like when you're teaching something, you remind yourself of what you're not doing, these things that you know but you're not doing, or what you used to rely on your coach to do. And when you're self-coached, you don't have time there's no one else to rely on. So I really want to have a more systematic training plan for myself this year. I think as well, because I'm personal training and I'm coaching, I am still doing that, but I was personal training and coaching. That was more my focus, and I think trying to get the balance of like everything together was really difficult, but I feel like I'm in a bit more of a groove. And so I really want to plan my training more systematically and specifically. I think, that load that I had at South of England, I didn't handle the aftermath well. So yes, my Achilles were irritated after all the rounds at South of England and the grass warm-up area, but I could have just took a couple of weeks off, and I didn't think of the bigger picture. I think my learning experiences for this year is thinking about the bigger picture of the season. Like, the season's actually long because I haven't had a whole season in a really long time. You can think, oh, June is the like fullness of the season, but really and truly, like, it's still the season. I was going to compete tomorrow, which would be the 2nd of September. There's a race, but I chose not to because I'm not in shape to run fast as I want to. So I just said, forget it. And plus my Achilles is not where I want it to be. So I just thought, let me try and get myself healthy for the new season, for like winter training, rather than still trying to force it and going into winter like still injured. So I think I really learned that I just want to be more systematic in my training and how I progress it. So that's definitely something I learned. I really enjoyed competing. I should say that as a positive. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing athletics. I really enjoyed meeting people this year. I really enjoyed doing Fit with Tea, and just like, even if I'm not the best, even if I'm not really doing that well in my personal athletics, there's still people that can learn from me. There's still people that appreciate my experiences, and being able to share that is a blessing. So that's really been a positive. That's been a learning thing for me as well. I've learned that, okay, you don't have to be the best to have something to share. You can still inspire people, you can still teach people, coach people, educate people where you're at. Like, I've been doing this for 2 decades, so just because you're not the best doesn't mean that you're not skilled at what you do. You can still be skilled at what you do and not be the best. So I think that's been definitely something that I've learned this year as well. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here because it's getting a bit long. But I don't know, I thought I would just share this. I don't know if it's helpful or not, but yeah, I'm going to actually go through these questions because I think some of them are really helpful. So if you haven't seen the video that I talked about, the athlete audit, why I go through these questions in detail, that's what I'm going to go through now myself. Yeah, guys, I just thought I'd share that with you. Let me know what you guys think of this video, and let me know how your season went, how you evaluated your season, how you're going to evaluate your season, some of the positives, some of the things that you learned, because I want to share that with you guys as well. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, then subscribe and join the tribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.